Disclaimer: the following narrative is based on open source reports and public claims.
Imagine a world where the Cold War atmosphere returns, but not in Eastern Europe, not in the Middle East, but in Latin America. The world is now watching a strategic shift that is anything but normal. Russia is expanding its military reach, and Venezuela has become a key piece of that strategy. Intelligence sources across the region report that Russia is now prioritizing the production of the S-400 air defense system, not just for its own military, but for something much bigger, to send it to Venezuela. This isn't just a rumor. Production has increased, logistics are accelerating, and some analysts say this move is one of Russia's boldest military decisions in the Caribbean since the Soviet era. Factories that once focused mainly on domestic requirements are now running extended hours. Every indication points to a system being fast-tracked for export under high geopolitical pressure. What makes this even more interesting is the global timing. NATO is expanding, Asia is entering a new arms race, and the United States is shifting its military attention to the Pacific. While the world looks east, Russia is quietly moving west, toward the Caribbean. Venezuela has spent years under economic pressure and sanctions, and during that time, Russia didn't just watch, it stepped in as an ally. The S-400 isn't just another defense platform, it's one of the most advanced anti-air systems in the world, capable of tracking and taking down fighter jets, stealth aircraft, and tactical threats at long range. If fully deployed and operational in Venezuela, the airspace over the Caribbean will shift dramatically. Militarily, it could create a restricted zone where foreign aircraft operate with significant risk. Once operational, the S-400 could force a complete recalculation for U.S. and allied aircraft operating near Venezuela. Reconnaissance planes, long-range drones, and even fighter jets would be operating under a new level of threat. This doesn't only concern the United States. Countries like Colombia and Brazil, which maintain close military ties with Washington, would also have to adjust to this new reality. So the big question becomes, how will the United States respond? Washington has not issued an official large-scale reaction yet, but history tells us that any major foreign military presence near U.S. borders is never ignored. Some analysts already compare this situation to an updated version of a classic geopolitical standoff. Many defense analysts believe this move is part of a larger long-term plan, one that establishes a permanent Russian military footprint near U.S. influence zones. Reports suggest the contract is already active, and the deployment phase may not be far away. Once the S-400 becomes fully operational in Venezuela, the military balance in the region won't just shift, it will transform. U.S. reconnaissance flights, regional patrols, and airborne military operations will face a far more challenging environment. For Venezuela, it's a strategic shield. For the United States, it's a direct challenge. One thing is clear, the world has entered a new phase of global power competition, one where Venezuela is no longer just a spectator, but a strategic battleground. So what do you think? Will this move strengthen Venezuela's security or trigger a new geopolitical confrontation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because this story isn't over. It's only beginning.